as always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. Creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. DeAgostini Build the Moomin House, Box 15, Part 2. In this video, we'll be completing part 62 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy. With every stage of the build comes with component parts and a magazine. These are the component parts for stage 62. Another really great graphic there of the the inside of the house and the outside of the house at the same time, with the front panel removed. So looks like we're going to be continuing with the staircase, and we're going to finish the chest of drawers for the drawers for we're going to do the drawers for the writing desk. Moomin Winterland, midwinter. Meet 2 Tiki. Got our step-by-step instructions. There we go, the construction of the drawer, and we'll be finished here because we've got the chair. We've built the chair already. So as always, if you watched my channel before, you know that I like to make sure what it says we've got here that we have in here. So I'm just going to separate the blisters. Okay, so we have our staircase top, and then underneath is, well, it's actually attached there. That's the back of the staircase there. We have our treads. We have 2 sprue trees of treads there and there, and then we've got the drawers for the desk. So we have panel A, panel B, and we have the drawers themselves. And I'm assuming that this little panel down here is underneath. Yes, it is. That's our drawer handles there. So yeah, we've got everything that we're supposed to have at this stage of the build. Let's begin. The first thing we've got to do is we've got to put the backs of the staircase onto the back cover onto the back of the staircase here. So I'm just going to get my glue, and I'm going to glue these pegs like that. Let's get them glued up. And then we've got to slide it into place, making sure all the pegs are aligned there. We just push it up into place like that. And that is our staircase together. I'm using Tamiya extra thin cement, if you were wondering. Okay, so the next thing we've got to do is, I'm going to put this aside. Next thing we've got to do is the treads. Just got to work out which tread we are doing. We'll probably do them all together actually. Probably do them all together because we're going to have to paint them all. So I'm going to start off with these 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'm going to get my spruce cutters, start trimming them. Turn it right that way. Now it's very difficult to get into. There we go. So that's the first 4 treads, because I brought back the staircase that we started, which is here. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the steps that we'll be doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I'm probably going to cut them all off actually, because we need. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yep. So we'll get this one done here, and then that. So I'm gonna release them all, so that we can paint them all at the same time. I'm going to have to tape them to like a pencil or something like that there. Okay, that's the treads. So we just need to paint them now. So I'm going to use Humbrol, tell you which one it is, Humbrol 62, which is like a brown. I'm going to use this. Actually, I just need to mix it. There we go. Let's get these treads painted. Let's see how many coats of paint it takes to paint the treads. I'm thinking maybe 1. Just had to make sure that hole was there, because this paint's quite thick. It would close that hole. I mean, it wouldn't close it properly, but you know, I don't need I don't need that headache. Yeah. Well, that was easy enough. Maybe 2 coats though, I don't know. Right, that could take a while to dry because of the nature of the paint, but they do look well. Yeah, this turned out to be the wrong colour. It's far too light, so I've mixed up some burnt sienna. Going to mix up some burnt umber, but that's just too dark. It just almost, from a distance, it just looks black. It's not great. So I am gonna have to seal these up with matte varnish once they're dry. But as you can see, that the acrylic's not adhering because of the glossy surface underneath. But once I do the second coat, then it'll start to work. So I had to dig out all my old paints that I've got in storage because I didn't really have time to buy new ones. As you can see, the paint is kind of floating on top, but that's just because I've got that glossy colour underneath. But once I get the second coat on it, it'll sort that problem out. As you can see, it's kind of adhering partly, but not. But that's to be expected. The only way around that is if I sanded it down before. But I just want to get the paint on and get it. Just push that down like that. I kind of knew it would do this on its first coat. It's quite thick paint that I've mixed up as well. Just had to blow through the holes because the holes are getting covered up. Yeah, this isn't settling. There we go. As you can see, it's just sat on top, but it will settle after I do the second coat, mostly, maybe the third coat. That's just the nature of acrylic. So yeah, I'll leave that to dry. I'll come back and see what it looks like. As you can see, that the paint has adhered to sections of it, but not the whole thing. So let's try it. Second coat. I think the paint needs a bit of a mix as well. Just about getting coverage at the moment. And then I'll move on to a third coat where it will look better. Got a hole that's blocked. I'll fix that once it's dry. See, it's tipping and all the paint's pouring to one side. So we'll let that dry and then we'll go from there. I've let that dry a bit now, so I'm just gonna do another coat. I want to get some good coverage over this. Seems to be going on better now. So I'm just going to paint the parts that didn't get any coverage last time. It's the right colour as well, so which is good. that second coat's dried now, so I'm going to stick on another coat. Try and get some even consistency on top of these. Hopefully this might be the last coat on the top. Still got the sides to do as well. Which I'll probably do off camera. These are dry now, so I'm going to add some varnish. Now this is supposed to be matte varnish, but it may not be matte varnish. It's supposed to be. It's called matte coat, and it's we'll see how it dries. And I'm going to take these off here because then I need them all to be flat. I need them all to be in the same position. Alright. Taking them off doesn't work because they've got location lugs underneath. So I'm going to have to leave them on this. So I'm hoping they do dry matte like it says, but I think I tried this before and it dried really shiny. I don't know why. If this is matte coat, it should dry to a matte finish, but it doesn't. It didn't. Hopefully it will. Yeah, I think I did it on the. I think I used it on the. What do you call it? The ramp. I painted the ramp on the Millennium Falcon, and then I covered it over with this, and it dried really shiny. And I'm like, it's supposed to be matte coat. It's supposed to shine. It's supposed to dry a matte coat. You know, like a matte finish. I don't know. We'll see how this dries anyway. I mean, if it turns out to be shiny, then that's the way it's got to be. So we'll see. Just wondering if I can rinse it off. We'll see. So I need them to be kind of straight as possible, not tipped. See if I can move this. Keep them on a flat type surface like that. Not that. No. Leave them to dry like that. Now that I've got all the treads painted and varnished, they'll be ready to go on the stairs now. But I need to put these two together. So that goes there, and this goes there. Like that. Just checking. It goes that way. Hang on. It goes this way, like that. That's how they go, like that. So I just need to put some glue on these pegs, just so it glues together. So I'm just gonna glue up these with cement that I use on most of my models and stuff. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the platform as well. So the angle is this sits that way and this sits on top of here like that. Just line up the peg holes like that and just squeeze them together like that, and that's how that stairs go, like that. So you're going up the stairs and around the corner. So I'm going to start putting, I'm going to leave that to dry for like a minute or two, and then I'm going to put these treads on top of here. So I've allowed that to dry for a minute or two. So I'm going to put the treads on. I've put them in number order. So this is number 1 here, and it will go here like that. So I just need to glue the pegs. So glue both the pegs like that. And then just fit it in place into the holes like that. There. Okay, that's the first one in. I think I got a bit of glue on my fingers. So go on to the second one. Glue onto the pegs like that. Put the second one on the second stair. Just line up those holes like that. I'm just going to work my way up. Could really have something for this to lean on. Let me get the other bottle of like that. Just go on to number 3. And turn it around. And line up those pegs. Like that. I may need to touch up a little bit. See at the edges. I might have to touch up. I might just leave it. I don't know. So number 4. Clicks into place. Number 5. just keep working my way up around the staircase. This is number 6. Number 7 is this big platform here. Just got to work out which way round it goes. So it seems to go, there's like 2 cutouts there, and they seem to be going to the back. So that's the front of the step there. So I just need to keep that in mind when I put this in place. Like that. And then 8, we don't have the rest, we've only got, I've got to work out which way around 8 goes. It looks like it's the same on both sides. Rounded edge, tread 8. Tread 8. So there's that. So there's a round edge there, but lining the cutouts. So I don't think there is a right or wrong way to put this, except where the holes are. They're an indicator of which way around it goes. Because the holes are closer to the tread itself, so it goes on like that. Just need to just line the holes up like that, and that's our treads. They're a little bit shiny, but they're not because I used a matte varnish. They just look like polished wood, and because of the way they are, the kind of orientation, they don't stand up until they get put in the house. But so this is where we are here. We'll have further treads to put in there, and then we'll obviously put it in the house. But you can paint that side, which I'm not sure if I'm going to. I might do, I don't know. So that completes this stage of issue 62. In the next issue we'll be creating some drawers for the desk that we built, and that will be in the next video. So that completes the first part of stage issue 62. So yeah, I'm actually happy. I'm happy with the way that looks, and I could probably get a good thumbnail image from that. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.